Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, today we're going to talk about the Louisiana father who killed 7 of his 8 children. This was a devastating shooting. 8 children were killed, and 2 other people are gravely wounded in a shooting spree that spanned at least 3 locations in Shreveport, Louisiana, and ended with the gunman shot dead after a police chase on yesterday, which was Sunday. Now, the gunman's name is Shamar Elkins, 31. He had mental health problems and had recently expressed suicidal thoughts to his family members. But on yesterday, the children, his children that he gunned down, were ages 3 to 11, and 7 of the 8 were Mr. Elkins' children, in which he shot them execution style, according to a spokesperson for the Shreveport Police Department. Now, the children were identified as Jayla Elkins, 3, Shayla Elkins, 5, Kayla Pugh, 6, Layla Pugh, 7, Markaden Pugh, 10, Shariah Snow, 11, Kadarian Snow, 6, and Braylon Snow, 5. Now, one of the children that he shot was not his own. I guess they were there with his children. After the shooting, authorities said Mr. Elkins took a car by force and he shot that person. Officers opened fire and Mr. Elkins died. Now, on Saturday afternoon, friends and relatives of Mr. Elkins said they were processing the devastating toll of the killing. The police have not offered a possible motive, but family members said that Mr. Elkins was struggling with his mental health and he was stressed about the relationship with his wife. Earlier this month, he called his mom and his stepfather, and they could hear his children playing in the background during the call. And Mr. Elkins told them through tears that he wanted to take his own life. Now, he told his stepfather that his wife wanted a divorce, sorry, and that he was drowning in dark thoughts. Now, the stepfather said, I told him, you can beat stuff, man. I don't care what you're going through, you can beat it. He said, then he remembered him telling me, some people don't come back from their demons. Now, he said Mr. Elkins hung up, promising to tell his children, dressed in their Sunday best, that their grandparents in Oklahoma City said hello. Now, Miss Elkins says she did not know exactly what problems her son was having with his wife. Records show they were married in 2024. She added her son worked for UPS and has served in the Army. Now, this is a devastating story, and it just breaks my heart that these children had to endure anything like this. But although we can't do anything about this situation, we can try to prevent this from happening. I don't understand our community and how we deal with mental health. We seem to make excuses for mental health. I don't know. I worked in the mental health field for a while, and it's like our community, we are a population, I believe, we don't get the proper help we need with mental illness. You know, we go to the preacher, we go to everybody but the doctor, we go to our mothers, we go to our father. Now, the mother and the father was not a trained mental health professional. So they only told them what they knew to. You know, people, you know, they say, well, oh, I told him it's going to be all right. I mean, sometimes it takes more than that, guys. It takes, when someone is threatening to take their lives, they need medical help ASAP. Okay? We can't take that lightly. We can't tell them to go pray it off or go shake it off or go sleep it off or, you know, or let me pray for you or let me lay your hands. We can't do that. Now, let's turn this thing around. I'm sure if we look at mental health just like our physical health, if he would have called his parents and said, Mama, Daddy, I just cut my arm and it's hanging off. What do I need to do? Now, I bet you, without a shadow of a doubt, that mom would have said, baby, go to the emergency room, call 911, go right away. But with mental health, we don't get that response. We tell them everything but go to the hospital. Baby, I'm going to pick you up. Baby, call an ambulance, call 911. Get there now, stat. And that's what we need to do. I mean, why, if something physically was wrong, if he had harmed his physical body, or said something, Mama, I've been had a headache for 2 weeks and I can't get it to stop, I'm sure they wouldn't have told him, baby, just shake it off. You got to shake this off. We can't tell a person who we know is mentally disturbed and dealing with, quote, demons. You can't tell them you got to brush it off. We got to treat mental illness like any other illness. It's no better or worse than a physical illness. But we got to stop, knowing that these people got mental illnesses and not doing anything about it. We won't take them to the doctor. We won't take them to the hospital. Or we label them as crazy. We can't do that, guys. Just like you take care of your physical health, you have to take care of your mental health. Okay? And when you get so blue that you're thinking about suicide or harming yourself or others, it's time to get that loved one stat ASAP to the hospital. And I know some of you are saying, what if they won't go? You can't make nobody. That man was grown. Yeah, you can. Okay? If that person can physically harm himself or others, you can get them to put him in a psychiatric 72-hour hold. Yes, you can. The police can come pick him up, whatever, and take them to a psychiatric unit, and they don't have to have the say so. Oh, I don't want to go. It's not up to them at this point. If they are physically able and capable, and they've told you that they feel like harming themselves or others, you can get a 72-hour hold so that they can be evaluated. We've got to do more, guys, because if we don't, every day we pick up the paper and we hear of suicide, homicide, or someone harming, just going berserk, just shooting up the whole family. It's too much. And 9 times out of 10, now maybe not every time this happens, there's not warnings, but I would say about 90% of the time, there's signs. There's signs that this person is not right, and he or she is going to harm themselves or others. And we can't just press that off and tell them to pray, and we can't do it. We got to seek medical attention for these people. It's no different than physical illness. Mental illness is a real condition, and if you don't get proper help, now I know you're saying, well, what if you do take him to? You can't make him take his med. No, you can't. But you may prevent a tragedy like this from happening. And guys, don't take it lightly if someone is depressed. Know the signs and symptoms of depression. If they're in a deep funk, they're not bathing, they're not keeping up their hygiene, hey, we got to do something. If they, and 9 times out of 10, there's signs. They're going to tell somebody what they're thinking and what they're going to do. Don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. Because I'm not saying that his mom and his dad took it lightly, but we need to be more pro mental health, okay? If you knew they had a sister nearby, a brother nearby, a cousin nearby, hey, go check on Junior, okay? Call that wife and tell her what he told you and what he's thinking about. Okay? We just got to treat mental illness differently, guys. You know, we just got to. Are we going to have more situations like this? And again, my sympathy goes out to this family. I'll be praying for the mother because she is in a life-threatening situation. So I'm hoping that she makes it. And I think it's another person have life-threatening injuries, and I hope they make it. I'll be praying for this family and all the victims and everyone who's in this situation. I'll be praying for them, and I hope you will be too. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. Press that subscription button so we can talk about what's going on. You know, I know we talk about celebrity news more than anything, but sometimes we got to talk about community news, things like this. And we're gonna start doing that. We're gonna have more Metro news. Okay. All right. Again, thanks for watching, guys.